Salutations everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play The Darkest Dungeon. I'm your host, BrainBoy, where we had last left off. I don't remember. I'll be honest, I've had too much stuff going on in my life, and I just can't remember anything anymore. Now, what do we have here? Interesting item. But anyway, we're still trying to deal with the hag, we're still running through most of these missions. And in running through most of these missions, we're getting ready to attack the Darkest Dungeon itself. Most of our people went insane fighting the Necrodancer, and I'm kind of just looking around to see if there's anything remotely interesting I'd like to do. So I'm going to get these parties back together and in working order. Abco, Renauld, and Pippin need to start being healed, but the lower parties need to go through another long mission. Preferably, actually, I'll just go through a short ruins. Mostly because I need another party group together to just do a DPS race on the hag, because I want the hag over and done with. I also want to finish the Warrens, partly as a test to see if anything changes here. What I mean by anything changes is, does anything change with the Darkest Dungeon for completing a specific quest? Obviously, probably not, but it wouldn't be a bad idea. Just a rash. Yes, a psychological issue is just a rash. Pippin, I think, will only go to the cloister. But I can actually level up the cloister a little bit more and reduce the treatment costs overall, which is nice. Berenger, you kind of need to drop down as well. Plutomania, obsessed with cleanliness. I'm guessing you'll never... Yeah, we'll send you to pray. Rochette, you are enlightened, so you'll only meditate as well. How long would it take? 23 of these. Can I make 23 quite easily? I know right now I should be just searching for the best trinkets possible, but I'm also not going to bother. Now, I don't have any active sense of malice or anything. It's just there's not much point to doing anything in particular. With the, trinket hunting, because I'm spending so much money on just getting party members up to a decent level when they're only going to die to a final boss anyway. And I'm still upgrading the rest of the manor house to reduce my costs in the first place. When my costs are significantly reduced, then maybe I'll start trying to buy up as many trinkets as I can in preparation for the inevitable.
A man in a robe, claiming communion with the divine. Madness.
You have no particular drops of Coliar, you'll get to pray in the transept. And that was a lot of gold spent. Not as much as whatever party I'm making, so what? We're embarking into the ruins just because this is a quite simple task. And as usual, I don't have a lot of time to do anything, because I'm constantly being forced into situations that I don't want to deal with. Such as a combination of preparations and work for Black Friday. Although I finally have a big project finished at school, so I only have one remaining. All that's glorious, but it still doesn't leave me with a lot of time, because I have to record early in the morning, and I just can't wake up in the morning anymore. And even if I do, that usually means I have to do something early in the morning anyway, so this is fun for me and fun for everybody else. Anyway, we're just scouting, so literally any party wouldn't matter. We'll take Talvase. Sure. Talvase, Bachilaire, Piquerie, and... You are position 2 marksman, so yeah. We built our party. Now let's upgrade said party so they're actually useful. All at max level, apparently. Huh. Well. Surprising. What would I equip you with? Of course, Crusader's Orders, because Crusader's Orders are always good. There's never a reason not to take Crusader's orders here. And then I'm just going to DPS. What would be a good DPS for you? Honestly, I think at this point, you don't need as much health this early on, so Dismas's head's actually useful. Ramboot, I don't even know how to say your name. You're not a melee person, you're a ranged person, and a ranged person should actually deal with tons of damage. But in order to deal tons of damage, we need a good gun. Or damage boost. That allows you to go first. And I need something that reduces stress. I guess I'll just go with the Aria box. That's the Overture one. That's not at all the same. Bakilair, you aren't actually a good healer. So I will actually give you a trophy. We should have a third one now. Am I going insane? Or did I just miss it? I could have oh, there it is. It's damage against the unholy, though. You aren't a DPS person. You are well, you are a DPS. I don't want a cleansing crystal. We'll do the opposite and give you this. Increase the blight chances. Because you cannot heal. Yeah, this is gonna be a dark party. Query. Oh yeah, Candle of Life. And then, you know what? We'll take an Ancestor's Lantern. You've got your heal skill, we've got everything set up. Let's go on a short embark mission. And maybe we'll get something remotely decent. I actually have something to drink for once. I don't know why I'm becoming more and more British, but apparently that's the case. This is not how this goes, I think. Yeah, this isn't how this goes. Good. We're doing a short run. All you really need is food. Take 2 extra just in case. An extra holy water doesn't suck in the ruins. And neither does a shovel. Let's go. I didn't check to see if anyone had any negatives for being in the light and the dark, but well.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar. Now, foreign.
Well, the Dark Temptation's not exactly bad, but slow draw. If I find anything that can remove negative traits, you're getting it, because your negatives are actually the worst of the bunch. Control, shift, click.
The darkness holds much worse than mere trickery and boogeymen.
Minus 20 damage. Oh yeah! That's right, I forgot. Oh, you can't point blank. I haven't given you grape shot, have I? Well, that's my mistake. Or tracking shot one of you. There's no point. I guess we'll tracking shot the spitter.
Another abomination, cleansed from our lands.
A nervous stab, you wouldn't kill. We'll just do a simple bit of protection. I can actually sell this accusation. You are a miserable failure. Thankfully, that seems to be repeated here. Oh no, you're stunned. That's nice, dearie. Do I need battlefield medicine? Yeah, I don't see why not. One bit of emboldening vapors.
Back to the pit.
You yourself are now dead. Bakilair, of course, gets poisoned. Surprisingly, does not get poisoned. And we're just going to spend time healing. It's kind of life I think actually makes the antiquarian useful.
executed with impunity.
There's probably something moderately better for the
As
Antiquarian.
victories mount, so too will resistance.
As victories mount, so too will absolutely nothing occur as I wander my way through these darkened tunnels. And so far I think I've already seen the benefits of having that specific candle on us. Of course, not the Antiquarian's candle of life, I mean, the actual candle that prevents surprises. Who here actually has decent trap disarm? Your duty, should you choose to not fail it. I forgot you were under the Flagellant's curse. It wasn't holy water. Okay, let's mess with it. New metals are synthesized. Excellent. I could have done with better, but excellent, I guess. Oh wait, it's a debuff. I can clear debuffs. I wasn't thinking this through. Then again, I didn't remember that that was the case in the first place. This is why we
Even the
bring
cold
shovels.
stone seems bent on preventing passage. A handsome reward for a task well performed.
I should remember next time to carry the debuff clearers. And even if we're not exactly scouting our way through here, we at least reduce the chances of being surprised.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
So far, this is fairly decent. A decent pull, at least. Guess take your shot at... We'll take our shot at the Acolyte. Good God, man. Why are you useless? Hopefully Reynolds is actually going to take hits from this. As I thought.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
My oh my. We'll try this again. One round of blight is all that it takes. Now, who here has a good chance of dying? Both of you do. Who do I want to hit? I was actually told the Bone Defenders don't have a way to prop protection on others. So just kill you. Because I want to kill at least one of you. Excellent. That's at least a normal amount of healing.
Exposed to a killing blow.
Okay, let's return the favor. Suppose Baculaire cannot be useless. Not even one who could deal damage. Talbase is gonna, of course, take forever, but that's just part of his prerogative. We ask that you don't fall.
Masterfully executed.
Okay, when these two take their turn, they'll die.
A death by inches.
Yeah. We'll actually start casting Fortifying Vapors, and we're just gonna pump all our heal stuff into that person. Tracking shot? I didn't mean to make it bright. Good enough. Well, you can just Wicked Slice.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
And we're in a decent position.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Oh my gosh, yes. You can actually eat a decent amount of food. And what's our scouting reveal? We'll avoid the room battle for now. We'll avoid 2 fights, actually. That's because I'd rather not have my people start dying for no reason. thought 70%
Ambushed
could
by
actually
foul
work.
invention.
I thought 70% might have been good enough, but I see now I was wrong. Who here has hunger from stress? Well, hopefully we get lucky. Room battle with Curio or probably room battle with treasure? I'll take a room battle with treasure. Look, I cut quite the heroic figure, do I not? Well, there goes Dark Temptation. I would have much rather taken this with literally anybody else, but okay. Alright, what's going to stab us? Nothing. Who would I like to hit with holy water? You're full. You can take this piece of food. Let's go. Oh, well, we'll just return to the hamlet, and things have gone by so quickly I might just take a second shot at this dungeon.
The shifted corridors and sloped walls of our ancestry are beginning to feel familiar.
Yes, that's nice, but I've got an ulterior motive for all of this. So, let's see, did the Warren's quest get re-rolled into a quest I'm actually capable of accomplishing? Because I need to continue building up a base of level 2s and 3s and 4s that I might be able to take with me into the front line. So you counteract slow draw with quick draw, but you get flawed release. Precise striker means that I'm actually going to want to put Talvase into treatment.
They meet in secret, that none may know the horrifying depths of their enquiries.
While strange utterances and unsettling chants typically characterize such events, we've been assured there is no real danger present in the rituals themselves. You being Mr. Level 1s that I don't care about, just go die in a fire. Love interest. Oh. I care not for either of you. No longer selfish, you have gone to achieve enlightenment. Grochette, you refuse to stop meditating. You're no longer paranoid. Bravatanki is still missing. Those a level up. Sword of all, I forgot about you. Sword of all, why have you done this to me? Well, I guess we have a champion Houndmaster now, for no good reason. And that also confirms that the events actually take place afterwards, and it's not that you just happen to have those guys on reserve. No. If you keep them there, that's what levels them up. We'll unequip our trinkets and run through the same song and dance again. Talvase, you actually belong in the treatment ward, of all things. I need you to make Precise Striker a permanent part of your repertoire. For ambivalent, none of this is good, so you can actually go and pray. Ocular's flagellant. I would love to get hard noggin, something. No, it's not hard skin. Never mind. Flagellate. Bequery is actually fine. Bequery doesn't attack. Bequery just survives. That's really all I can say. Bequery survives. Our roster is in fact quite full, but we can formulate another party. Excellent. So Bequery will be sent out again. Ballard will probably join these forces. Leeches. Experimental. I have not seen half of these. Self-medicate. The cure leeches. Pep talk, which is useless. Experimental vapors would probably be nice. And you actually have all the decent skill sets. So yeah, Ballard, welcome to the front. Koliar, it's time for you to go out into the field once more. Altard, you two as well. Slow draw definitely sucks, but you should be fine. And you have Beast Hater, which makes it just right. Now, I believe Altard's the one who needs to buff up his skills. Query needs nothing. You need nothing as well. Although I will raise Nervous Stab just because it will do something. If we absolutely have to rely on it, it's good to have it. Sharpened Executioner Sword and Reforged Chestplate. And as we all know, having one level 2 in the party is enough to really make this party shine. As with any Crusader, you'll get the Crusader's Orders. We're in total darkness, so the Ancestor's Candle does not help. But in addition to the Crusader's Orders, we can just... I don't know. Yeah, we'll just give you Dismas's head again. We don't have the Berserk Mask for the Leper, which is disappointing. Berserk Mask was actually fun, but then we lost everything. Again. So the Berserk Charm, on the other hand, is good for your damage. And you can take the Book of Sanity to not go crazy. You'll just take the Blasphemous Concoction, and... You know what, as opposed to this, we'll actually just give you the Overture Box, because you're not meant to deal tons of damage. You're meant to survive, and occasionally heal. I believe that's what your skill sets state. And a -2 to accuracy. It's not bad. And once again, for you, you will get your Candle of Life and the Ancestor's Lantern. Let's go and explore once again. Actually, let's not explore just yet. We have time in the sanitarium, we might as well spend it making something permanent. That's right, we should actually make these guys not go crazy. You will only pray. Is there a way I can make the prayer? Nope. Abco, you actually have no problem with this. Let me guess, you guys would actually have decent skills. No, that's actually really useful. Putero. Nothing else I can really do here unless I want to flagellate Putero. And you're that sadistic, are you not? Oh, Pippin will not. Only the piece of reflection. You must meditate, Putero does not need to. Only through blood will you know absolution. And the Abbey is currently fully in use. Is there anyone here who I'd like to make some skills permanent on? While it's still cheaper. Natural Swing is nice. You don't need... Well... I mean... Increases in crit mean also increases in protection, usually. None of you are available. There's not really much here I'd like to keep. Yeah. Everyone's kind of doing their own thing. Disappearing or otherwise, so let's just provision. I think you're actually the Stress Eater. No, but we probably have one, so... Blarg. We'll splurge a little. Extra holy water, shovel, key. We have medicinal herbs, let's go. Alright, let's see how far we can go in this section. We're just exploring these warrens, unlocking the next boss, and then maybe, just maybe our highest tier team will be
To prosecute our war against the swine, we must first scout their squalid homes.
Well, considering how this is handled, we actually need
Terrors
to go
may
north.
indeed stalk these shadows, but yonder, a glint of gold.
immediately in combat. We'll just leave it to, I think Altard would actually be good here. Because he can heal himself via any means, whilst Koliar, not as much. If I actually hit one of you with this, not good enough. Well, emboldening vapors, and maybe his righteous accusation can actually kill.
Ringing ears, blurred vision. The end approaches.
Alright. You know what, we'll do this. Because your self-heal is insane. And now, oh, you don't have righteous accusation. I'm an idiot.
Executed with impunity.
Well, my mistake. We're going to just calmly plague grenade you. And we'll be able to kill you next turn via plague grenade. And chop chop. You failure. Oh, just a whole thing. No reason not to start buffing the dodge. Chop chop.
Begone, fiend.
I mean, your minimum will kill him regardless of what happens. You, of course, will go, meaning your next turn is death, so we might as well just spend all our time healing one another. Well, I said we might as well spend all our time healing one another, but apparently that's not a possibility. Kill a corpse. Just bash it out of the way.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Sure. Plenty of food. Nutty venom for thee, and further ahead we go. Please be beer, please be beer, please be beer. It's scrolls. You use torchlight on scrolls, and that creates a positive benefit, if I remember right. We have no torches. We'll remember that that's there. I think it was torchlight that we use. I think. Well, this is certainly an interesting combat. For low-level party, at least. We will definitely emboldening vapors, because I think it'll be up to these two to try to kill the Brigand Bloodletter. Well. Unfortunate for you, Koliar. Very unfortunate. But one more good shot.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Kills that bastard. And we'll just start spending our time clearing debuffs.
Obliterated.
Good enough. Excellent. They're all dead.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Well, overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. We're a party of killers. Clearly, we should name ourselves Overconfidence. I think even you could kill... On a good day, you could kill one of them. You disappoint me. Oh, you couldn't roll higher?
Back to the pit.
Eh. So, these things are just all going to die. They will pretty much all perish?
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
I guess the Intimidate works. Then I guess you're gonna get a disease. Oh no, the maggots don't actually successfully give you one. Mercifully. I mean, we could take this time for some free heals. I have no problem with this.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Honestly, I would like a little bit less pig squealing, but we're kind of forced into this situation. Hello, trap that we didn't notice before. Who here is even remotely good at it? Had a feeling.
Curious is the trap maker's art. His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
I refuse to read the scrolls. For all I know, they're the Dead Sea Scrolls, and I think you go blind immediately upon looking at those. I think. Then again, I could be just talking out my ass. Who knows? Anyway, we're definitely well on our way to opening up our way through this dungeon, just burning through and having fun. You actually disarmed it. How nice. There's our books. We'll even look at those less, because books are always bad in the Darkest Dungeon. Yet apparently burning them is a horrific tragedy. Oh no, you bleed. We have a lot of extra food. I was about to walk onto a trap again. Colliard disarmed them. How amazing. And we're just gonna eat. Just eat all of it. We don't need that much food. As nice as it is. Ooh, tell me. Who needs it? Who here has the ability to hit multiple? No one here does. But you deal hilarious amounts of damage, so what do we get if we just... Is it anti-venom? Yes! So our damage goes through the roof. We're just gonna take the unburned torch. And we might actually go back and see what we can do about the Dead Sea Scrolls. Because I'm really curious. Ooh, a little scouting. What awaits us here? Literally nothing. We're rolling lucky on every single one of those, and it is fantastic. But I might actually go back and mess with the scrolls, because I'm really curious now. Because I just don't ever think I realized the difference between those two. More food. It's just waiting for me to use Procuri, so I'm going to avoid using Procuri. If I can, but there just seems to be a lot of traps here. Almost an obscene amount. Oh my gosh, we got a surprise round. Well. No one can hit you guys. Meaning we're not gonna kill unless you crit. So I think we'll just spend our time setting this up. I mean, we could definitely start with a one proc of Plague Grenade. Intimidate? There's no reason to intimidate, just kill.
Decimated.
So close. Well, you're guaranteed to die.
Exposed to a killing blow.
You're probably going to die. Probably. And a little debilitation later, you go crazy.
The walls close in. The shadows whisper of conspiracy.
I mean, I knew you'd go first. This party is not exactly built for speed. Oh my gosh, really? On the bright side, you're going to die.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Just take the killing blow. I'll bring these two much closer.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Oh, we will survive it. Who do I want to hit you with this? We'll just get rid of your bleeding first. I mean, it works. They're both dead now, officially. So we're just gonna spend our time doing as much healing as we can. Maybe he'll...
by inches.
I would say maybe he would do something, but apparently not.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
You can at least use the key.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
And we will take the long trek back before we end this, because I really want to check out the scrolls. Yes, the shadows wait in ambush. Just don't mind the Cthulhian monstrosity that's been sitting at the back of your heads, piloting you to go and die in a fire. Horrendously, for my own amusement, along with many others. Just ignore all of that. Well, now that they've added a room battle, I don't feel particularly inclined to try.
The twisting tunnels seem a little less impossible.
I mean, they still seem just as impossible. Your perception has just changed, my dear boy. But regardless, a nice haul. Not much else to really say about it. Collier, what did you get? Torn rotator, that needs to be fixed before you ever go into combat. Faithless, that's fine.
Finally, the serum is working. And the side effects are manageable.
The time and gold were not spent in vain. However, as today caregivers announced, they have succeeded in concocting an effective antidote. The medical ward is free. Excellent. Use meditation to achieve resistance to the forces of the material world. You are now balanced. And you've made the quirk permanent of Precise Striker. Everyone's finally returned from their respective quests. And now, we get to fight. The formless flesh. For a berserk mask, sure. But we also get the flesh's heart. I know you won't, and you can't. I kind of wish to see what happens when the Warrens is finished. Once the boss is slain, what happens? This will be the first one we've actually finished. But that will happen next time. Till then, hope you've all enjoyed watching. This has been BrainBoy 20 with Let's Play the Darkest Dungeon, and I'm signing off. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like, comment, or subscribe. It helps out a great deal. And I hope to see you all next time. Farewell.